on-the-fly data generation from agents, and I'm using Parallel's FindAll AI. So I went ahead and put in a search about all parks within 100 miles of Seattle with some enriched features. I had to do this a couple of times and take a second pass to get data structured the way I wanted to, but I did ultimately get about 369 matches across a number of different park systems and so on. And so this data is very helpful, but it's hard to explore in this form factor here. So I downloaded it and created a ridge, which gives me both the sense making of a dashboard and lets me explore with this data agent. And so one of the things I might want to do is look for all the hiking trails, and I can do that here. You can actually see how the different views interact here, so I can get details below about all the different hiking trails, or maybe I have different people in my family who are interested in boating, so we want to look at a boat launch, and when I search for that, I'm going to see all of the parks within 100 miles that have a boat launch, so that's great. But sometimes you have people in your family who want both, and you're trying to plan a trip and find a park with both. So I'm going to go ahead and search in the data agent, which can do a little bit more advanced SQL searching and matching across this data set. And I'm going to ask it what parks mention a boat launch and hiking trails, and it's actually going to give me two different parks within 100 miles. And everybody in my family can be happy with both a boat launch and some hiking trails there. Let me explore some of the other questions here in the data agent. I'm interested in the parks in Bainbridge and how big they are. Maybe I'm heading over to Bainbridge, and I'll get an answer over here in the data agent. Blakely Harbor, Fort Ward looks like one of the biggest, and one of the things you see in this data set is there is some duplication, and I found that as I went through various runs with Parallel, you do find some duplication in there. But this was an interesting way to explore that agentic data set. The thing about getting data on the fly is that you still need to understand what's in there and whether you trust it, what kind of things you can do with it. And so being able to do that in a visual way was very helpful. Like, for example, I explore the park systems here, maybe the largest ones and also some of the smallest ones, and find the biggest parks in the smallest systems, and then go ahead down to the table below and get that detail. It's not as buttoned up as you would expect from a given data set where you've been able to use it for months and maybe even years, do data prep and create a dashboard around it, but it is very interesting to see what you can get when you use agentic data workflows, generate data on the fly, and then explore it.